Hey everyone, Rovius here again. The reason I'm doing this is I'm actually making another dehydrated backpack meal for my trip here. The one I'm going to be making today is a black bean and hot sausage soup that I'll be mixing with some instant rice after I go ahead and dehydrate the whole process. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ingredients and kind of better explain it from there. What I got is I've got a whole bag of corn here, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 red bell peppers, 2 onions. I'm probably going to use about 7 or 8 cloves of garlic. This is a chili in adobo sauce, and then I've got 6 cans of black beans, about 49 ounces of Swanson chicken stock, 2 pounds of Jimmy Dean hot premium pork sausage, 2 limes, and I'll use the olive oil to saute the vegetables up before I get everything together. And then after I've dehydrated it all, I'm going to add some rice to the bag. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is brown up the ground pork. Put a couple tablespoons of olive oil in the bottom of the pan, which I've already let heat up. And we'll brown this up. Now this is hot pork. As I said, I like my things spicy. You could alternate this. They had a mild, I believe it was there. And I didn't know if they had a medium or anything like that, but I'm sure you could buy the mild and then just add whatever type of pepper you'd want to add a little more spice to it. As before, I rinsed that with hot water to get any extra fat that I can off of it before I dehydrate it. Now that I've got the beef, or actually sausage, taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and get another couple tablespoons of olive oil in there and put all the onions and red pepper and let that saute until they cook down for a few minutes. I'm going to add some salt to the top of this to allow everything to sweat out. Now that the red peppers and onions have a chance to meld together and saute a little bit, I want to add the chipotles in the adobo sauce, and also the garlic, oregano, and the other spice that is eluding me at this time, cumin. Just going to stir that together and then let that cook for another additional maybe 3 or 4 minutes until the garlic cooks down. And then I'll start adding other ingredients. Tell you, I wish you could smell this right now. This is great. Alright, that's cooked for another 4 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken broth. I'm going to add 4 cans of the black beans. Remember I said I had 6 of those. I'm going to add the bag of corn. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that to a boil and let that simmer for 5 minutes. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the additional beans here in a second. Also, the other thing that I forgot to mention was to add the sausage back in as well. Alright, now that that's had a chance to cook for a while, I took the other 2 cans of black beans, and what I did was I put them in the blender with a little bit extra chicken stock, and I'll mix that in, and that's going to act as my thickening agent to hopefully bind this together. That'll just make it a little bit easier for me to put on the dehydrator trays without it running all over the place. Alright, I'm going to let that cook for another additional maybe 4 or 5 minutes and let that thicken up, and then I'm going to let it cool and dehydrate it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dehydrate this on the meat setting. The first batch took about 8 hours, so we'll let that go for another 8. Alright, as you can see, I've gone ahead and packaged all my meals up. I've gotten 12 servings out of this. I've added 1/2 cup of the minute rice to each package, and then went ahead and added enough of the black bean and sausage mixture to the package to wind up equaling 5 3/4 ounces. So each one of these by weight is 5 3/4 ounces, and at 12 servings. And once again, I spent less than $25 for 12 servings. So I hope this helps out in your meal planning, and happy trails.